One of the things that I am absolutely loving right now is Clubhouse, because Clubhouse gives you this kind of natural ability to communicate and get these quick wins. How important is Clubhouse for you in your brand building here in 2021?
I'm obsessed with it. I'm absolutely, truly obsessed. Like, to me, it's like, it's supplanted some of my podcasting listening time, because I'm forced to prioritize Clubhouse because I know it doesn't sit in perpetuity. So if I happen to be making dinner and I'm listening to a podcast and I get a notification that somebody I follow on Clubhouse is on, like, I will pause the podcast and go over to Clubhouse. Why? That moment of disappearing is what's forcing me to prioritize what I'm listening to, which I think is super, super captivating. It's absolutely powerful. And, you know, now that they have the monetization feature, which is so different than in podcasting, is like Clubhouse is building monetization within the app so people can see clear effects of what it is, versus podcasting where it's like, I need a marketing structure and who's going to do my ad spend, and do I read the ads? Do I hire the ads? Do I control the ads? It's like all of a sudden Clubhouse just said, skirt, we out here changing the game. I think it's very, very, very smart.
Yeah, it's very exciting. The whole monetization thing is really cool too, as they roll that out. I'm seeing a lot of different ways that you can develop this kind of like super chat type of structure, or pay to get into an event with an expert like Jasmine Star here. But I'm also interested.
You see this on, I'm sorry. See, this is conversation. When you have a conversation with a Puerto Rican wearing big hoops, we're going to go all over the place, but we're going to tie it up with a big clean bow. It's like, you see it happening on TikTok, right? So people are going live, and then you could pay the content creator as they're making content. I don't even think, like, I think that paying for accessibility for somebody on Clubhouse is going to be next level. I believe that people who are creating great, helpful content, and somebody just wants to be like, you know what? This like empowered me. I can at least 50% of the people I follow on Clubhouse, or the clubs that I'm a part of, if somebody was just like, kick me down with $5 if you learned anything today, I would probably be paying minimum $20 a day. And I would think, like, I have listened to mind-blowing conversations with Silicon Valley founders in a room of 34 people, and I'm looking around being like, huh? Does anybody not know what's going on right now? Like, Harvard education, what? These people are dealing to you straight. They're talking how they built multi-billion-dollar industries and companies and cultures and foundations and teams. And I'm not going to kick you down with the Benjamin for that? Come on, Thomas Jefferson, I'll kick you down with $5. And I would think I walked away the winner. So to me, it's low-hanging fruit for people who are there to create value.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Clubhouse is bananas. I talked to a guy the other day who got a job with Mr. Beast because Mr. Beast was hosting a room. There were only 5 or 6 people in there. I mean, this type of stuff is not happening anywhere else.
Exactly.
So here, I guess, is the question, Jasmine. Clubhouse, is it a competitor, or is it an evolution to the way that we monetize our podcasts and our brands?
It's both. It's both.
So do you think that we should be recording, finding different ways to integrate our podcast into our Clubhouse and vice versa? What are some ways we can leverage this tool?
I'm absolutely obsessed with repurposing content. I firmly believe that the people who win are the people who work smarter, not harder. I think repurposing is foundational to what it is that we do, but we also have to understand that contextualized conversations are going to be the biggest marker. Have I recorded a few of my Clubhouse sessions to repurpose on my podcast? Yes, I'm testing the waters. Do I do it with regularity? Well, no, because I'm popping in Clubhouse 3 or 4 times a week. And so I want to make sure that I can sprinkle the Clubhouse conversations in, but really the podcast is its own thing. People want higher quality audio. People want a beginning, middle, and end. People want to know that what they're coming into has been well thought out. I mean, I have had people, email and say, Jasmine, I really don't appreciate that you repurpose podcasts where you were a guest on your own podcast. And number one, I do know that there are podcasts that create for the art of it, and it's like beautiful, high quality audio and everything's perfect, and I clap it up. But I know that I am not creating just for the art. I'm creating for creation's sake, for iteration, for ideology, for the art, and to sharpen my dang teeth. Because I am putting out 2 or 3 podcast episodes a week. I do not have the time or the wherewithal or the latitude to creating at that level. I am choosing to create at that level, but the only way I can do it is by working smarter, not harder. If it is not for people, I'm going to refund them what they paid to listen to the podcast, which was nothing. This ain't your podcast. You know where the digital door is.
That's one of the cool things about podcasting. It's completely free. You have complete control over it. You're not being controlled by your boss, your supervisor, whomever. You can create all the content that you want to. And one of the things that I've really been having success with in Clubhouse. I just want to share a little integration. Maybe you can help me take it to the next level. Is in these Clubhouse rooms, we're getting so much great information. That's frankly, that's how we met, was through a Clubhouse room. We were moderating a Clubhouse room, right? So I'm getting all these nuggets of just absolute wisdom from people like yourself, Jasmine here. And I'm repurposing that in a way where you get a weekly newsletter and an actual podcast episode where I'm just highlighting the top takeaways, right? It's like 15 minutes. You don't have to spend 3, 4, 5 hours in Clubhouse. And I've definitely been seeing a spike, but this whole Easter egg idea gets me thinking. I wonder if you have any other ways that I can leverage Clubhouse to drive more earballs and eye holes to my podcast. Any thoughts?
People are extraordinarily judicious with how they are signing up for things. Like having an opt-in or a freebie is not new whatsoever. Right. But the thing that I've noticed that over time, people are like, I'm just not sure if I want another free thing. Everybody's giving away free things. Like, what am I going to do with another free thing? So the thing that I have noticed is specifically where I try to create a free resource, a new free resource every single month based on demand. But I also have them tied to very easy to remember for myself URLs, so that in the process of me coaching or talking, I do Q&As on Clubhouse. And so I want to make sure that I could do a follow-up, not just for the person I'm speaking to, but for the people in the audience. So for instance, people are like, Jasmine, I really want to get in Clubhouse and I don't know how. So this is a question that I was asked. And so then I will go through, give my advice, and I'm like, jasminestar.com/Clubhouse 101. Jasmine, another question comes on, I don't know how to build a personal brand, so I give my answer. I'm like, but you know what? I want you to have worksheets with it. JasmineStar.com/branding. Jasmine, I want to know. So all of a sudden, I have a litany of around 10 to 15 off the top of my head that will drive the email list. So the person who is getting the coaching may or not sign up for it, but the hundreds of people who are listening will be like, that's what I need. And so the thing that I've found is that people will either, while they're listening to Clubhouse, go to the opt-in, or they will send me a DM on Instagram, be like, hey, you mentioned it, but I don't know what it was. I'll take it however it comes.
So this is actually a really smart idea, Jasmine. I'm really glad we're having this conversation. So just to kind of recap this here, you're crafting multiple offers and kind of creating like an offer library of free offers, right? Free
Correct.
lead magnets, right?
Correct.
So you could create or craft lead magnets specifically designed to different audiences. If you're in a LinkedIn room, maybe you have an offer for them. If you're in a podcast room and you kind of craft these specific offerings that you know are going to resonate with the audience, and you're putting this all on your website with an automated kind of like intake using an email collection form. Am I correct?
Correct.
Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is why we listen to the After Hours Entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen, because you're getting top-notch tips from experts like Jasmine, founder of socialcurator.com. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed this episode. I've got several other episodes right here for you. Smash one of these videos to make sure that you don't miss out on the tips, tools, and tactics of industry experts. Let's take that side hustle full time. Smash one of these links.